Hi everyone and welcome to another super exciting edition of Real China. Now this week we're going to be taking a look at the life and career of a kung fu megastar who's also reasonably well known in the West. Not that well known, try again. Someone who is well known, not was. Come on, you can do it. Not. Today's star is not Jackie Chan, not dead, and certainly not a cat. In fact, our guy is a real-life wushu champion who retired at the ripe old age of 17 to become a movie star. He's made great films in China, infinitely less great films in Hollywood, and he very wisely turned down a pointless role in the tedious and nonsensical Matrix sequels. Of course, I'm talking about Jet Li. At last. Anyway, before Kajin joins us in the studio for Scandal Time, let's take a look at a few of Jet Li's most famous movies.
It's always cool when movie stars are actually experts in what they're portraying on screen. Remember when Pele played a world-class footballer in 80s classic Escape to Victory? Or when Patrick Swayze played a holiday camp dancer in Dirty Dancing? Well, Jet Li was a real-life wushu champion in China, so it's no wonder his kung fu movies tend to be exciting, authentic, and downright bone-crunching affairs. The greatest display of his awesome wushu skills was in 1994's Fist of Legend. Li's character, Chen Zhen, is a fictional martial arts wrecking machine and student of real-life kung fu master Huo Yuanjia. Both characters have appeared in countless movies and TV shows over the years. But let me tell you, this is the best of the best, with honors. In this version, which is a direct remake of Bruce Li's 1972 Fist of Fury, Chen Zhen returns to the Shanghai International Settlement in 1937, during the city's occupation by Japanese forces. Rather than just focus on kicking and punching like the Bruce Lee original, there's romance, infighting, mystery, and a villain who could very well play the Terminator if they ever shoot a Hong Kong remake. That villain, General Fujita, is played by Billy Chow. It's no surprise the Hong Kong film industry has been crumbling recently, given that Billy left movies behind to open a gym in Canada. I'd certainly go to the gym more often if General Fujita was my trainer. To be honest, I'd be too scared not to go. Fist of Legend actually inspired the Wachowski brothers to hire Yuen Wu-ping for the fight scenes in The Matrix. That's why, if you watch both films back to back, you'll see that the fight scenes bear some resemblance to each other. In 1996, there was an unofficial sequel called Fist of Legend 2: Iron Bodyguards, starring the Jet Li clone, Jet Le. You heard me right, Jet Le. That's like making Rambo 5 with Sylvester Stallone. Some years later, in 2006, Jet Li, the real one I mean, actually went full circle and played Huo Yuanjia, the master of Chen Zhen, in the movie Fearless. It's a good film, but remember, Fist of Legend is the best of the best. Accept no substitutes. Next up is the film that cemented Jet Li's position as a martial arts superstar in China. The film, written and directed by Hong Kong action legend Tsui Hark, is 1991's Once Upon a Time in China. The movie follows the adventures of legendary kung fu master, doctor, and all-round folk hero Wong Fei Hung as he tries to rid China of evil foreigners. Nothing like a bit of nationalism mixed with xenophobia to draw in the cinema crowds, eh? Once Upon a Time in China was actually Jet Li's most successful film at the time, and it paved the way for a whole franchise, which included 6 films, that's only one less than the Police Academy series, spread over the same number of years. After the third film, Jet and Tsui weren't able to bash out a suitable contract, so the role of Wong Fei Hung was recast. Taking Jet's place was wushu student and novice actor Vincent Zhao. Due to the success of the series, many imitators with similar sounding titles were released during the 90s. However, one of these actually starred Jet Li himself. As soon as he finished work on Once Upon a Time in China 3, he teamed up with Wong Jing, the so-called king of crappy cinema, to make Last Hero in China. Rather than continuing the tone of the original trilogy, it features much stronger violence and more extreme slapstick comedy. Some people might even call it a spoof. In 1996, after sitting out the 4th and 5th films in the series, Jet Li returned for Once Upon a Time in China and America. Unlike the last 2 movies with Vincent Zhao, this one turned out to be another mega hit. It was also Li's penultimate film before he really did head over to America to play a bad guy for the very first time in his career in Lethal Weapon 4. Finally, let's put all the kicking and punching aside to look at Jet Li's very first role that doesn't feature a single martial arts moment. You know how it is when action stars want to be taken seriously as real actors. They choose a worthy topic, put on some weight, throw away the makeup bag, take a massive pay cut, and clear a space on their bookshelf for the inevitable Academy Award. In fact, for last year's father-son drama Ocean Heaven, Jet didn't just take a pay cut. He didn't receive any salary at all. What a guy. The movie features Jet as an aquarium worker with terminal cancer. Cue lots of side-clutching and pained expressions. To make matters worse, his teenage son is autistic. Amid all the doom and gloom, however, there's super cute Taiwan actress Kwai-Lun Mei as a clown who befriends the poor boy. At first, nobody was willing to take a chance on such a non-commercial script. But things quickly started to look up when film mogul Bill Kong, the man behind Hero and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, got on board. Soon enough, the film had the legendary Christopher Doyle as its cinematographer and Japanese genius Joe Hisashi as its composer. Then when Jet signed up, it was full steam ahead. Not bad for a $1 million film about cancer and autism from a first-time writer-director. In one scene, Jet has to dress up as a turtle and swim in the aquarium. That's all well and good, except, at the time, he didn't actually know how to swim. So if you ever got into a fight with Jet Li, before the filming of Ocean Heaven that is, all you needed to do was push him in a lake or a swimming pool, or even a bath. Now he knows how to swim, however, he's pretty much indestructible. That's pretty much the end of our mini Jet Li marathon. If you want to see his talents as a dramatic actor or as a kung fu megastar, go ahead and check out any of his Chinese movies. As for his Hollywood output, well, the less said about that, the better. Let's hope he steers well clear of the Expendables 2 and finds something more worthy of his talents. Even starring as a reincarnated turtle in Ocean Heaven 2 would be a step up.
Hello.
Hello, oh my gosh, mental case.
Relax. Okay. So, how are you today?
I'm great.
You're looking quite nice.
Well, I look nice every week, so.
Anyway,
Jet Li.
Now, tell me, what do you think about Mr. Li?
I actually think he's quite good looking.
Yeah? Okay,
yeah.
what about his films then?
Well, I like his older films. I mean, after he went to Hollywood, the films are good, but they always look the same.
Well, to be fair, I don't think
Right?
they're actually that good in Hollywood.
No?
Well, he's just become like a caricature of himself. He literally has become an emotionless robot who kicks
Right.
and punches people. I mean, just look at like The One,
Yeah.
Kiss of the Dragon, Cradle to the Grave. They're all just like pretty much the same. And The Expendables.
Oh, I didn't even bother
looked-
with that one.
They all look so old.
Yeah.
Like Stallone looked like a leather suitcase.
Oh, dear.
It was terrible.
It's like the male version of Sex and the City too.
Oh,
Yeah.
witty.
Right,
I see what
right.
you did there.
Anyway.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about scandals from the life of Jet Li.
Scandals.
But be careful because he can beat us up.
Yes, actually. So I wouldn't call them scandals.
Okay.
Something that we might not know.
Jolly stories.
So
Okay.
now we know that he's a big star and and famous in Hollywood and China, but he was actually married twice.
He's been married twice.
Well, he's currently married to a Hong Kong actress, and they have 2 kids together. But what we don't know is that he was married a long time ago.
Well, you seem to know it.
In Beijing with his wushu teammate. Because don't forget, he was in the wushu team.
He was a wushu champion.
Exactly.
Okay, so did he have any children from that marriage?
2 daughters as well.
So he's got 4
4
daughters.
daughters
That's
to
going to
look
be
after.
expensive to marry all of them off,
I
isn't it?
know,
But
right?
he's rich enough.
But you wouldn't mess with Jet Li's daughters, right?
Well, you probably wouldn't date them because their daddy would give you a slap.
Yeah.
But so he's been married twice now. Okay.
And remember that thing like in 2004 that it was a rumor that Jet Li's dead? No, he wasn't.
Oh, why was he rumored
They
to
were
be
on
dead?
a family holiday in the Maldives,
Yeah.
and he was trying to save his daughter, and he injured his foot.
He just
I mean,
injured. Okay.
It's just media blowing things out of proportion
Okay.
again, isn't it?
Well, I hate it when that happens, when
Yeah.
you go on holiday and people assume you're dead.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened when I went back to England. Like, I went back to England on
What?
holiday for 4 weeks and people just assumed I was dead. It was in China Daily, it was everywhere.
Yeah, China Daily,
Yeah.
you just have no shame. I love everything that goes back to you.
Because you were having a little party, weren't you, when you thought I was dead?
Maybe.
You were the only one. But,
Anyway.
well, Jet Li is very much alive, so we're happy
Very much
about
alive.
that.
And also, he had a career in Hollywood, and he became an American citizen.
Yeah.
And then now he's a Singaporean.
Oh, why has he gone to Singapore?
Well, rumor has it that he chose Singapore because of his daughter's education.
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love Singapore, but I didn't know that it's known for its great education.
To be fair, I don't think you know very much about education.
I do. Hey, I have a master's degree, okay?
Do you?
Anyway.
Oh, stick them out. Okay, yeah, massive today.
Anyway.
But I have to say, I do like the idea of Jet Li being married to another wushu star.
Isn't that great?
Well, it just seems like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, you know, the Brad Pitt
my
film.
good.
You know, like when they have an argument,
Yeah.
they're choppy and kicking and flying around, crouching tiger, hidden
Yeah.
dragon style. It'd be really cool. They must have a lot of fun when they fight.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, sadly.
I wonder if the
they're not
daughters are
together.
good at kung fu.
Probably.
Has Jet Li actually had a singing career?
No, not that I'm aware of.
I always have to
don't
ask
think
about the
so.
singing career
The
because
singing
so
career,
many actors in
yeah.
China, they're singers
You just
as well.
assume they automatically
Right.
have an album,
But
right?
although he's a martial arts star, I mean, like in America, I know that Chuck Norris actually had a singing career. Very briefly.
We're
Yeah.
not having a look at that this week. No,
Okay,
no.
well, should we just go straight to the top
Yeah,
five
let's do
then?
the top five.
Okay.
Harry Potter's still clinging to number 5 at the box office this week. Let's see how much longer his magic will last.
Join me, Harry, and confront your fate.
We've kept him alive so that he can die at the proper moment.
Bring him to me.
Let's find out where he is. If we find him, we can end this.
I say we jump now!
Roaring into number 4 this week is Pixar's animation Cars 2. Let's hope Lightning McQueen finishes a few places higher when it comes to the big race.
Go, McQueen! Hit four, Mater. I'm on approach. Roger that. There he is. He's getting away! Hang on! Whoa! I knew I should have done carry on!
The Little Blue Blobs have bounced off the box office throne and slipped to number 3 this week.
We're being attacked! Do not be fooled by their cuteness!
They're friendly.
That's right, ya pasted giant.
The Smurfs.
Don't let little old me interrupt. Whoa, is there a draft in here?
Nothing like a cool breeze through my enchanted forest.
I think I just smurfed in my mouth.
This summer, our turf
Where the Smurf are we?
gets smurfed.
Overheard 2 stays at number 2 this week.
我架車俾人裝咗偷聽器，寫字樓都係。
我見過偷聽你嗰個人，睇下認唔認得佢。
我諗單嘢要講俾童哥知。喂，童叔，我認得嗰個人。今日收市時我要5000萬股749。
Jake Gyllenhaal crashes into number 1 this week as sci-fi thriller Source Code takes the box office crown.
Train. Find the bomb and you'll find the bomber.
What would you do if you knew you had less than 8 minutes to live?
I'd make those seconds count. Welcome back, Captain.
I was unable to find the bomber.
We've been informed there'll be another attack in 6 hours. If you find the bomber, the next attack can be prevented. As always, you will have 8 minutes.
It's the same train, but it's different.
You're kind of freaking me out.
I want to go back in. I'm gonna save her.
You can't. Doesn't work that way.
Christina is dead.
Try and stop me.
Wow, I have to say Jet Li is so cool, isn't he?
He is.
He makes me want to learn Kung Fu.
Really?
I'll do it one day. Anyway, before I go off and have my first martial arts class, Wushu, you tell us about the iPad.
CRI video on iPad, you can catch Real China on iPad now. So
If you want to. Anyway,
yeah.
say bye-bye.
See you next week.
Bye for now.